everyone, my name is Stephanie and this is my first video tutorial. Today we're going to be adding a center drop-down menu into Blogger. This is a difficult tutorial to cover, so if you don't have a basic understanding of HTML and CSS, you should probably pause this video and consider looking at some HTML and CSS tutorials first. Otherwise you'll be very confused and I cannot hold your hand and help you with everything. So, below this video you should see two code boxes. One has your HTML in it and the other has your CSS. Now, we're going to look at your HTML first. If you are looking at this on YouTube, there should be a link in the description that will lead you to the blog post. I'd recommend copying and pasting the code into some sort of a text editor so it's easier for you to view. Now, first we need to understand how the menu works. The entire menu is included within an unordered list. So see the UL here is the beginning of our unordered list, and then at the very bottom you can see a slash and another UL, and that's the end of the unordered list. So anything you put in after this won't show up correctly because it's not within your menu. Now each menu has list items, see an LI here, and this is the end of a list item because that's a slash, an LI. This is your home page right here. The first thing we'll need to do is go to your blog, copy your home page blog URL, come back in here and paste it within the single quotes area. So there is your home menu list item. Now below that we have our first drop down menu. This is the About menu, and it will drop down into the About Me section and the Review Policy. You can see that both of these are contained within another unordered list. So anything after this won't show up correctly within your unordered list. So this is the beginning of your About Me section, an LI, and this is the end. Now say if I wanted to change this to About Us, I would just delete this and change this to About Us. This is the code, this is the link where you would paste your About Us link. This is the Review Policy. Now if I wanted to add a third drop down for the About section, I would just copy one of these, copy, and hit enter, and paste. Then I could change this text, say we wanted a rating systems, and then you could just change this to the link that goes to your rating system page. I'll just type in link. Same idea goes for if you wanted to delete from a section, you would just select and delete. Now right below that we have another drop down menu. This is our reviews section, and we have a reviews A to Z and a favorite book section. So if you don't want this, all you have to do is select all of it and delete, or if you want to add to it, same idea. Below that we have our single list item. This is the Contact Us page, and it's not a drop down. So if I want to change that, I could change this to like About Me. This is where our link goes, same idea. Now let's say I wanted to add a single list item after the About page. I would just copy this, and this is the end of the About section, so I'd hit enter and paste. And then I could just change this, say we wanted this to be tours, and then I would insert a link here. Link. And I would have a new list item. What I don't want to do is do this. That's bad. Okay. Now once you have all your links set up and have everything inputted correctly, I want you to copy everything, and then we need to go into Blogger and to Layout. Then we are going to add a gadget, load, add a gadget, and we want the HTML JavaScript, hit add, and paste. If everything looks good, we're going to hit save. And then I want you to click and drag that up and put it below your pages. Then we click the edit on the pages section and scroll down and remove because we don't need that anymore. And hit save arrangement. Now we want to go into template because the hardest part of this tutorial will be your old CSS menu. Because when we add a new CSS, we don't want your old CSS to go and hit over top of that or clash with it. Some of you might have saved some CSS under the Customize section. If you go into Advanced and scroll down, and add CSS, you might have some CSS here, so you might want to search through that. We don't, so we want to go back and hit the Edit HTML button. And once this loads, we'll hit Control. We click inside the box and hit Control Find. When the search box comes up, I'm going to type in LI and then a space because that's a list item. We're going to try and search for some list items. Hit Enter. That's not something don't mess with the group description sections in here. Bad things happen. If we hit Enter again though, we come to our tab section. The nice thing about Blogger is that they do have some comment sections so you know when sections begin and end. So the tabs is the CSS for the default Blogger tabs. Now, if you scroll down, you can see that we have a columns section. That's the end of the tab section. So right above that, I want you to select all of this, because this is all the CSS related to our old menu we want to get rid of. So let's delete that. Then go to the second code box, and I want you to select all the CSS, come back in, and paste it. Now this won't look like the prettiest menu because it's very basic, but let's save that and see what it looks like so far. Come back here and refresh. Alright, so now we have a center drop-down menu. Woo! Now I use some basic colors for this, so it's easier for you to go into the CSS and change it to whatever you want. As you can see, we have our top menu items. We have Home, About, Tours, Reviews, and Contact Me. They're all red color, and then when you hover over them, they turn blue. So if we go back to our CSS, we can ignore these first two sections, Centered Menu and Fox Menu Container. Look at the comment section that says Top Menu Items. If we scroll down to this section right here, we can see the color red here and the color red here. These are the two colors we want to change if we want to change those to whatever color would match your blog. And the hover items are right below that, so we have the blue color here and the blue color here. Below the CSS code box, there should be a link to a CSS hue page where you can pick whatever colors you want. Now, if I wanted to change like the font size, I would do that in this section. So I could change that to whatever. If I wanted to add a different font to this, I would just do font family, and then let's say I'll do the Google font PT Sans, and then add a couple extra. And that's how I would change the font for the menu. But we're just going to keep it the same for now. I'm going to delete that. Now let's go back to our blog. Now the About Me section had a drop down as we saw before. We have the About Us and the Review Policy. For the CSS to change this, notice that the color is pink and the background is gray. If we go down, you can see the comment submenu items. That's where our drop menu is. Scroll down a little bit and you'll see color pink and background gray. So you just need to change this color and change this color to change those attributes on there. There's also a font size here that you can change specifically for the drop-down menu if you want them bigger or the same size, whatever fits your blog. Now if we go back and we hover over, we can see that the hover color is a purple background and a white text for all of these. So if we scroll down, we can see we get into the hover section, and this is color white and background purple. So again, change those to whatever colors that you want. Once you have everything changed, all the colors right, font sizes, font family, just make sure you save the template, and everything should be all set. Now it's a centered menu. I'm not going to go over today how to do a drop-down menu if you want it on the left side. You'll have to either wait for me to create another tutorial for that or Google it yourself. Don't ask me in the comments how to do that for this tutorial. Alright, thanks for listening. If you have any questions or problems, just post them in the comments. Thank you.